the one I cling to when the walls are caving in. You're going forth and behind me. Yes, I know you're breaking off my guilt and shame. When the fear comes to find me, I know your love is my defense. You've overcome, silence my doubt. Your love has won, my hope has been found. You've overcome, you broke off my chains. Your love has won, and I'm alive again. And you've overcome. Though I walk through fire, you stood in the flame. You lifted my head high to see your faithfulness, and I know you're going forth and behind me. You're breaking off my guilt and shame. And when the fear comes to find me, I know your love is my defense. You've overcome, you silence my doubt. Your love has won, my hope has been found. You've overcome, you broke off my chains. Your love has won, I'm alive again. You've overcome, you silence my doubts. Your love has won, my hope has been found. You've overcome, you broke off my chains. Your love has won, I'm alive again. We sing hallelujah, we sing hallelujah to the God who saves, the God who saves.
Praise God who fills our bread, renewing us afresh. Praise God whose Spirit pours out on all flesh.
Praise God who loves us so, abundantly bestowed. Praise God from whom all blessings overflow. Oh, I see water in a barren land. Your age to come is right here at hand. 'Cause I feel you breaking through, unplanned my praise, who's present in this place. Praise God who is enthroned upon our praise.
Praise God who sanctifies, who burns away our lies. Praise God who seizes men with glorified. Oh, I see water in the barren land. Your age to come is right here at hand. 'Cause I feel you breaking through unbend my life. Renewed like
Flowers in the desert. Praise God who makes us see, inspires us to speak. Praise God who gives us words of prophecy.
Praise God who makes us whole. Healed by His creaking soul. Praise God who calls all people to bloom. I see water in a barren land. Your age to come is right here at hand. 'Cause I feel you breaking through unplanned my life. Renewed like flowers in a desert. See water in the barren land. Your age to come is right here at hand. 'Cause I feel you breaking through unplanned my life. Renewed like flowers in the desert.
Hallelujah to the God who saves, the God who saves. We sing hallelujah, we sing hallelujah to the God who saves, the God who saves. We sing hallelujah, we sing hallelujah to the God who saves, the God who saves. You've overcome, silence my doubts. Your love has won, my hope has been found. You've overcome, you broke off my chains. Your love has won,
I'm alive again.
That you can do more in a minute than I can do in a lifetime. I know sometimes it's hard being in it, but your promises, they all mine.
Time after time I try to do it on my own to no avail. When I call you, you'll be there at the right time that you'll reveal. I take my vision with it, keep your will, and then the time will tell that your timing is so perfect. Let my soul say it is well. My God is always on time. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. My God is always on time.
I know that there's no reason to worry. I got this peace for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I know my God, He's not in a hurry, and He moves His hand at the right time.
In just a minute, you can move in a way I can on my own. If I wait upon my Lord, I can take heart, I can be strong. Let your will be done. I cast all of my worries unto you. I think of your timing, and it's always just so right. I know it's true.
Hey everybody, welcome to Giving Tuesday. Oh my gosh, here we are. Thank you for everybody who's joining in live. We are here in our chapel studio here at Life Pacific University. This is just such an awesome moment. Giving Tuesday it's a global generosity movement, and people give to different charities and causes, organizations.
Hey, Dan, real quick, I think you're talking, but you're muted. I can't. We're not able to hear you.
And and so it's just such an awesome moment for us, and what's such a blessing to be a part of. We have a lot going on today. We have some special guests going to be joining us live from Zoom right now. They're going to be joining us, and so I'm going to ask President Angie. She's going to be coming up in just a moment. By the way, for those of you that have been trying to give, this morning, the website actually went down, and so we actually have a new link that we've dropped in the chat, so go ahead and check that out. But hey, this is what's fun about online. What a season this has been. Nothing ever is going as planned, but here we are, Giving Tuesday, and nothing's going to stop in the generosity of God's people continuing to give and continuing to move Life Pacific forward. And we have President Angie. She's got a couple of our special guests going to be joining us, so check this out.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Giving Tuesday. We are so excited to pour into our students and their transformation today and as they graduate and enter the world serving God in the church, the workplace, and the world, and changing their environments for the glory of God. We want to thank you for tuning in. You did hear that the website went down. It's not LPU's issue. I just want you to know it's our provider, and I am just praying for the many organizations who have been impacted by that service going down. But we have an alternative link, so make sure you check the link in the chat box where you will find that link to give. But I'm so excited to have three specific partners with us this morning. We have Pastor Keith Jenkins, Pastor Glenn Burris, and Pastor Adam Massa. That we are so pumped. And so, Keith, I want to talk to you first. You are an alumni, so let's bring Keith on and hear what he has to say. Hey, friend, how are you? Hold on, you're muted. We're getting you going. Just a minute.
There we go.
There we go. How are
Hey,
you?
what's going on?
You're in your house.
Yes,
Your
we're
new
in the
house.
house. We are actually at home.
That's
Yes.
amazing. Well, Pastor Keith Jenkins, you are the lead pastor of East Hill Church Family in Gresham, Oregon. You have done,
Yes.
you've been a leader everywhere. I knew you when you were pastoring here in LA, but you're also MASL alumni. So talk a little bit about what you're doing and how LPU has impacted you. You know, you're a graduate, but
Yeah.
we're all about leadership here. So share a little bit about your partnership with LPU.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the partnership started because I was an end user of the MASL program. And what that really did for me as somebody that had been in leadership for 25 years already going into the program is it gave me the actual academic foundation and theory behind all of the things that I thought I knew about leadership. One of the great things was just the deconstruct of our theology of leadership, which was amazing. And I think coming out of it, it helped me to actually think more critically, gave me the tools to do that. So wealth of knowledge, great experience, community, friends that I have for a lifetime now in ministry because of being in a cohort together, journeying, struggling, going through life together. It was amazing.
Absolutely incredible. And you're doing so much work. I mean, you're in a suburb of Portland. You took
Yeah.
this church having no idea what would happen in our country, right? And there you are, thrust in the center and being asked to speak, engage,
Yeah.
right there in the center of it all. So, how has God prepared you for that? And I want to talk about your church and what's happening with our new partnership. So,
Yeah,
what a season!
I was supposed to, Angie, I was supposed to have a year-long honeymoon with my church that got interrupted with a global pandemic. So I want my honeymoon back when this is all over. But truthfully, I feel like we were positioned. It's an overused phrase from the book of Esther, but I do think for such a time as this, we were sent. Our word of the Lord for 2020 was sent for our church. And so here we were, a church sent and scattered through a vehicle that none of us would have wanted. But I do believe God's used. We had an opportunity to speak to social justice issues across the country and in particularly in our own community, providing leadership and care for our community right now. It's been huge for us.
Well, your church is completely mobilized, and a long held dream of you and Pastor Coco has been really about the next generation, equipping them
Yes.
holistically, discipleship combined with that education component. So, talk about Discover Northwest. This is so
Well,
exciting, so pumped.
I mean, just having the partnership with LPU and being able, it is, like you said, it is a longstanding dream of ours. We've always poured into young people, but we wanted a more formalized strategy. We wanted some theology with praxis involved in that. And I'm just grateful that LPU took the steps that were necessary. I know it was a hard pivot, another overused word, but you guys got that done. And it gives us an opportunity now in this stage and age of our life to really have a vehicle to immerse young people in our particular, and it's different in each community, in each context, but our particular brand of ministry. And so we get to pour into them, love them, shape them, see their spiritual formation really take root, and at the same time, releasing and empowering them to really do ministry within our community. So we're super pumped to be launching next year. They're feverishly at work, putting together all the back end admin stuff you got to have, but everybody's excited about the partnership and can't wait.
We love it. You know, Life Pacific doesn't just want to be local. We want to be national. We want to be global. We have a dream of a school in every church, and that's
Wow.
exactly what's happening. LPU's been around for almost 100 years, and we believe that the future is strong when we partner together. So I want to thank you, Pastor Keith, for allowing this partnership with LPU. We are going to go the distance together. So
It's a
excited.
joy. Thank you for providing a vehicle that we could easily assimilate into our culture, and then to see hundreds of young leaders exported into the kingdom. You guys have done a stellar job with that. It's an honor to support, bigger honor to be an alum. Anytime you need me, you got me. At the minute you say hello, the answer is yes.
Do you hear that, everyone? The answer is yes. We thank you. See why you give to LPU. Give because of this partnership, because we are transforming students into leaders around the U.S. and the world. So, Pastor Keith, thank you. We love you. You're the best.
Absolutely.
And
Take
go
care.
Oregon.
Grace.
Talk to you. Bye.
All right.
Okay, so we have another partner on on a call today, and we are so excited. And I'm deeply honored to have President Glenn Burris, Pastor Glenn Burris, the former president of the Foursquare Church, a global leader and a personal friend. I'm so honored, Pastor Glenn, to have you on today. So if you're here, I would love to connect with you here. So I think he's here. If you don't, there you are, Pastor Glenn. So good to see you. Thank you for being here today. You're so busy, and you made time for your alma mater.
Well, thanks, Angie. It's a great day to be a part of what God's doing in the body of Christ. And, I have a long history with Foursquare. And so I went to school back east, got my undergraduate degree at Mount Vernon, then became the district supervisor back there after 12 years of pastoring. And it's been a marriage ever since. I've believed in the vision of our colleges and now university, believe it's investment in our future. I have so many relationships because of connecting through Mount Vernon, Life East, now Life Pacific University, and my tenure as a general supervisor, first supervisor, then general supervisor, and president, allowed me to see the value added to our leaders across the nation and frankly across the world. Many of our missionaries have gone through Life Pacific, and so I'm a huge supporter, and hopefully my track record would show the 11 years I spent as the president, we made Life Pacific a priority, both in terms of our time and our resources.
Well, we want to thank you for that. You really did put your money where your mouth was. You've always been an advocate, but you have supported us personally as well as our founding denomination, Foursquare, and we're so grateful to you. And I believe that even the church partnership that I just talked with Pastor Keith Jenkins about, that online AA that can be in the local church, really you were a champion of that, and we're so deeply grateful. Talk to me about the need for leaders. You are now in Atlanta. You come from the East, and we have just reignited the East Coast education. It's been going on for a while, but now officially Life Pacific University. Why does education and Foursquare education in the East matter right now?
Angie, a lot of people say we need more leaders, and that's true. But I think what you fulfill is what I've heard few people say, but maybe most important is we need better leaders, not just more leaders, but we need better leaders. So when you provide the biblical foundation, the global sense of value of the kingdom of God, and the connection to a movement that's been interdenominational and committed to the Great Commission from its inception. Amy was, I think, noted as one of the top 100 women of the last century. And so when you see the world recognize her advancement in thinking, and I actually believe we're returning under your leadership to that kind of creative resourcing. You are an institution. There are a number of things that you have to satisfy. But I'm telling you, I love that you guys live on the edge. I love that you're engaging people from all walks of life, and you're investing in the future. And I believe generosity. It's why Debbie and I have been a financial participant for 20 years. Personally, is that we believe that generosity is at the heart of the gospel. You can't be drawn to where Jesus is going unless you're generous. To me, it's the spirit of generosity of the church. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to invest. It's one of the best investments we make.
We're so blessed. I am a recipient of scholarship from my home church at 18 years old. I believe I'm the president now because of the seeds they've sown into my life. I'm so grateful that they got me through college, and so many students need the support. Now, we are really focused on LPUVA Virginia in Christiansburg, which is our campus in Virginia, and we love this 2+2 model where students can come in, go for 2 years, and then go right into residency, finish their degree online while in a ministry position. And again, that's the creativity we want, but we need more partners to really support this next generation because they need it now more than ever. And I want to thank you for just believing in LPUVA and the future. The future is bright.
Yeah, what a great investment Foursquare's made back in the East and opening the campus and really getting the facilities ready for this kind of adventure. And now you have some young leaders who've come up from the ranks through Life Pacific, through Life East, through Ignite, now through Life Pacific Virginia. And they're all, I think, raring to go behind a vision that will reach the harvest for the church. And, despite the fact that there's lots of obstacles today, if you look back and study the history of the church, almost every time there was huge obstacles thrown in front of the church, God reimagined the church in a way that circumvented every roadblock the enemy or either secularism has tried to throw in its way, from China to Indonesia to the Philippines to now I believe America is facing some of its worst persecution of the church. But to me, it's not going to deter the church. It's going to resurface in a way that's going to be dynamic and powerful. So thank you for raising up kids. We love what's happening through your worship program there at the school, through many of the offerings that you have, through your sports programs. I served on the board there for probably close to 20 years. So it's very exciting for Debbie and I to enter this season of so-called retirement, but be able to step back and continue to give, continue to support, and especially back east, we've offered our willingness to help in any way that we can to champion. There was a prophetic word given to Foursquare about going east, and going young and going to cities. There's never been a time where that's more important. And sometimes, prophecies are given, but don't necessarily find their way out for years later. Oftentimes prophecies do not get fulfilled when they are given. So I believe that was from the Lord. And we're going to be a part of seeing God do some great things in the East. 2/3 of the U.S. population live east of the Mississippi. And we have some great cities back here that are constantly in the news. And so I think it's a great opportunity for Foursquare to continue to reach those cities. And our partnership, Angie, is vital. Thank you for your leadership.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pastor Glenn. Give our love to Debbie. Thank you so much, and we will be in touch very soon. So, giving to LPU Virginia is important. We need those resources to support more students to impact the world for Jesus. And now we have one more partner, Pastor Adam, my good friend, alum, and pastor over here at Abundant Living Family Church. Adam Mesa, where are you? We love you. Oh, you're
Right
golfing.
here.
Hey,
I am.
I want
I'm out
your
here on
job.
the golf course right now. Hey, you know how much I love LPU. If you can get a pastor to stop mid 17th hole to talk to LPU. So
You saw
that's
it
how
here,
much I love
people.
LPU.
You saw it here.
Yeah.
Pastor Adam,
Good to
thank
see
you
you.
so much. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
You attended here for many years. You're alum, as well as
Yes.
you're one of our church partners with a college within your church. We are so grateful for you and your dad and all of the staff. But talk to me about how LPU has impacted your life.
Well, first starting, President Angie, as I've told many people, you were my freshman seminar professor in 2008, my freshman year. And
That's awesome. That's awesome. You heard it here. You are because of me. I admit it. Oh, hey, Adam, you're muted. Hey, Adam, wait. Something's up with your audio. Maybe your AirPods are messed up. Mm-mm. Yeah, I think you have to take off your earpods. Hey, Adam, can you hear us? He's saying some really good stuff. Just imagine him bragging and bragging about LPU. I think we might have lost him. Pastor Adam is absolutely amazing. They have a church partnership. They're a college, and we are so excited to be able to offer accredited education within their local church. So let's try him again and see if we can get him on. Okay, Adam, can you hear me? Are you there? We still can't hear you. Maybe you can pop on at 4 o'clock. What do you think? You are the best. We can hardly hear you, but we feel all the love. We feel all the love. Listen, LPU is worth giving to. As you can tell, we have so many incredible partners, and the stories are immense. I mean, we have multiple stories, and Dan's going to come up and share a couple thoughts and introduce some partner videos. So welcome, Dan.
Hey guys, again, thanks for watching. Thank you, Pastor Keith, Pastor Glenn, Pastor Adam. I wish we could have heard, we were like, oh, what he's saying is so good. I wish we could hear it. Pastor Adam, hopefully we can get you on at 4 p.m. Thank you guys for watching. What an awesome, awesome moment. We have 2 videos we're going to show, Pastor Manuel and Pastor Jeff, just some partners in just what we're doing here. Again, I think it's important for us to note, and President Angie was sharing this, that most of the donations and the gifts are from local churches, and that's really the heart, man, is to connect with local churches, to kind of be that funnel, of student leaders and people going back into the local church. And so we just so appreciate your partnership. Check out these videos from some amazing, amazing pastors.
LPU, first and foremost, is an absolute amazing institution. Shout out to Miss Angie. You are a beast, and your leadership is a direct reflection to what we see in all of the partnership programs that we have across the country. Being a new partner with you at East Hill with Discover Northwest, we got to experience her heart and LPU's heart for the next generation of leaders. The future matters, especially with COVID-19. LPU partnerships with having internship colleges is one piece to preparing leaders across the globe and sending them out into all of the earth. And I hope you can understand how vital LPU is to the kingdom. We've been a recipient of being able to join them in a partnership, and it's been an absolute blessing thus far, and I can only imagine what the future holds. But LPU is all about making disciples who make disciples and sending them out into all the earth, including into the workplace. So I hope you are blessed by LPU as I have been, and I know I will be in the future.
Hi, this is Jeff Vines. I'm the pastor of One and All Church here in San Dimas, California. I just wanted to take this time to express how impressed I am with Angie Ritchie and her leadership at Life Pacific University. Along with Coach Cook and what he's trying to accomplish in the field of athletics, and just the student body and the mission of Life Pacific. I mean, we need schools like this. Our nation is desperate for schools who know what their mission is, who are unapologetic about it. I am so impressed that I want to be part of it. Our church wants to financially invest in what Life Pacific University is doing. I appreciate so much the fact that they know who they are. They want to equip the next generation to take the good news of the gospel out to the marketplace, but also they desperately seek to train pastors and teachers and ministers and missionaries and church leaders. And I think that's something that we're losing as we become more and more concerned with the influence of the intelligentsia. And so I am impressed, and I want to be part of this. I want to challenge you on Giving Tuesday to do what we are doing, to put Life Pacific University in your budget, and to say we're going to support them because we believe that there are few and far schools left who are unapologetic about their vision and who seek to make our communities and world a better place through the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. As the pastor of a mega church here in California, we want to financially support what they're doing. I'm encouraging you to do the same. God bless you.
Hey, I'm telling you, it is so cool to see so many partners, so many churches, again, coming alongside, continuing to give to the future of Life Pacific University. And when we say the future of Life Pacific University, it's not just about an institution. It's about students. It's about students, impacting the lives of students and really becoming the future leaders and business people. I just love that we are a part of that. Hey, we're going to introduce the 5 projects that we're currently focused on here, the 5 giving areas. We're trying to raise $60,000. I believe we're at about $46,000, but as Angie said earlier, we believe that we could even double it. And so with that, I want you to check out the first project. It's Life Skills. I want you to check out this video, and we've got some special things.
Today, more than ever before, college graduates are facing a highly competitive job market. The degree alone is not enough to secure long-term employment. In fact, a study conducted with over 5,000 companies show that the top 5 reasons why new hires fail are because they lack coachability, emotional intelligence, motivation, temperament, and technical competence. And the top 4 factors all have to do with life skills versus technical skills. Our Life Skills program is intentionally integrated into every chapel, co-curricular activity, and event through a student's time here at LPU. And its focus is on cultivating 4 specific areas of development. The first is growth mindset. LPU students recognize that success is not about the arriving, but it's about the pursuit of knowledge and excellence. They're lifelong learners, ready to adapt to any new challenge that they would encounter. When they enter the workforce, they know that they have the ability to overcome challenges and learn what they need to know. The second is emotional intelligence. Leaders understand that vision without empathy will never effectively grow an organization. Our graduates are intentional about self-care, their emotional health, and about the emotional health of those around them. They're self-aware and they're in tune with others. Third is soft skills. The ability to develop a genuine connection is the mark of a great leader, and this comes as a result of finely tuned soft skills. From the ability to make light conversation to observing social etiquette, these are the skills that leaders use to intentionally craft an atmosphere of success and growth. Fourth is coachability. Graduates of LPU recognize that in order to have long-term success, they need the humility and the drive to seek out constructive criticism of others and transform it into insights that will elevate their work and that of their teams.
To our students, we want you to graduate exceptionally employable, and not just to get employed, but to stay employed. And our commitment as a university is that we will invest the time, the energy, the resources to give you the tools you need to succeed. And to our partners, we need your help in prayer, in partnership, and in funding. We want to provide our students with every resource they need to succeed in life, in ministry, and in relationships. And you have always been such a vital part of the university fulfilling its mission. For more information about Life Skills program and to partner with us on specific initiatives, visit us at lifepacific.edu/life skills. May we rise together and empower the next generation of student leaders to truly change the world for Christ.
We want to thank you for jumping on YouTube Live with us today. We are giving to Life Pacific University as we participate in the Global Day of Generosity. And we're so excited to give to our students. And we literally are at $49,500. And we have student callers right now that are calling potential donors, and they have just received $1,500 through student callers. We are thrilled. We want to thank you. Your money matters. It counts as we invest in the next generation. And as you just heard, we are not only just educating the mind, we want to educate and develop, transform the whole person, body, mind, and soul. And today I have with us on a call is our Director of Calling and Vocation, Christina Stover, to talk a little bit about what this holistic approach to education looks like. So hopefully she'll be on here in just a minute. Hey, Christina. Hey, girl. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me?
Can hear you just great.
Woohoo! Angie,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, you said it. The word is holistic. I just keep hearing that word, and truly, LPU takes a holistic approach with its education. It's incredible.
I love it. And this year we launched Life Skills, and this is not that we haven't been doing it. You know, we talk about growth mindset, emotional intelligence. We have a counseling center. You know, I'm a therapist, so I care about the heart of a student, not just the brain. It's all connected, right? But we are being more intentional than ever. And so talk about, what does that look like to be intentional this year with those life skills?
Yeah, being intentional in developing our life skill. I mean, man, we've seen what the marketplace is looking for, and our employers are looking for those life skills. It's needed, and so being intentional about developing that means that we are placing students in internships that connect with their degrees. We want to see them develop those skills, those soft skills, learning flexibility, time management. We want to see them become more coachable. All of these things that were just mentioned in the video are so important as students are being placed alongside employers, not only in our churches, but also in businesses, nonprofits, and beyond. And so intentionally developing those skills is so important. And again, holistically, right? It's not just the technical skills, that technical development, but it's developing holistically. A common story where students is that students attend our internship and career fair, and they serve on teams in different capacities at LPU, and they make those connections. They utilize the resources that we have here at LPU. They build and develop skills and those relationships to eventually land jobs, many times in that same location where they did their internship. And I love that. I actually heard from one of our alum today, how she felt her time at LPU truly developed her. And she said this, Angie, she said, one of the main aspects of LPU that I deeply appreciate is that your growth, if you choose to walk in it, is not only an academic one, but it is more importantly a holistic one. So I keep hearing that, and it's not just us saying it, it's our alum that are saying they're being developed. And that's Karis Michelle. She's a middle school pastor at Eastside in Bothell, Washington. And she mentioned that the mentorship of her professors and the staff, as well as the opportunities given to her to learn and lead, were pivotal in that development.
You know, we're all
I
about
love
leadership here. You know, it's leadership at every level. And leadership, we believe, is really service. It's how do we serve? How do we humble ourselves? How do we give before we get? And that's cleaning. It's pulling a group together. It's giving in our city. I mean, we have a lot of partnerships where our students are actually serving on a weekly basis. But one thing I also love, Christina, is we're very intentional about making sure our students understand themselves, the Myers-Briggs, the Enneagram, the Strengths Finder, to really not just focus on their strengths, but be aware of their blind spots. And that's where we can really come alongside them and help them shore those up. And you're a big part of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We love being able to offer students workshops where they can identify those strengths that you had mentioned, but we also want to see how we can leverage our weaknesses, you know, and we also get really practical. We want students to know how to build their resumes. We want students to know how to interview, how to write really good professional emails, you know, things like that. So our students get that those practical tools that can help them succeed.
You know, I love that so much because that's really what's going to go the distance. You know, they can land a job, but we want to make sure they can keep a job. What I love about what you've done is you have quadrupled the career fair. You know, I want employers to fight for our students. The reputation is increasing. Students are being known. If you're from LPU, people want to hire them without even interviewing. That's the kind of reputation we want, not only in our community, but within our local churches. And this life skill initiative is very key, and we're giving to it today. As we get more funding, we're going to be able to build out the program to support the counseling center resources to grow your department so you have a little more help doing what you're doing. But Christina, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing as we grow our students holistically. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Awesome. You heard it here. We are developing the whole student, and we are so grateful for Christina and the work of our Calling and Vocation department to come alongside academics for the whole person. Now, we are going to share a little bit about another program that we're raising money for, and it's LPU Athletics. Can I just say, go Warriors? Go Warriors. So we love our Warriors. From the beginning, Life has had athletes that really exemplify the life of Christ wherever they go. On the court, in the classroom, in the community, they represent Christ. And I'm so thankful for what our athletics has to offer. But check out this video and get a feel for LPU Warrior spirit. Let's go.
For more than 90 years, LPU has offered high-quality Christian education for learners who desire equipping that is centered around the Word of God and empowered by the life-giving testimony of Jesus Christ. The purpose of the Institute is twofold: the preparation of evangelists and missionaries for the field, and a thorough Bible instruction for those not intending to enter the field. And that is really key. The church, local and global, but also the marketplace in business, psychology, communication, strategic leadership, worship, arts, and media, and the list goes on. We are both and we truly believe the church is wherever we are, bringing the gospel of Christ to a broken world. This year, as a community, we will rise with courage and we will see God do amazing things.
Our warriors are filled with courage, and I have to introduce one of my besties, colleague, and the athletic director for LPU Warriors. Tim Cook, where are you? There you are, my friend.
Hey, do you see this shirt?
Yeah.
I wore this t-shirt, not a collared shirt, family.
Come on.
And then
let's go.
And that's a made Nike one, and that's exactly what we are in LPU. And then can I give a shout out to my pastor, Jeff Vines? I about teared up when I heard that video because he's so supportive. He means so much to my family, and also now he's come into our LPU family, and man, that guy's inspirational.
Well,
I hope everyone gets to hear him.
He is, and he's
sermon.
only, quarter mile down the road from us. A large church just gave us a wonderful gift to support LPU, and what a partnership we have. And he's been a champion of LPU athletics. So, Tim, you started from our very beginnings. You've been here. How long have you been here as you've built the
I'm going
athletic
on
program?
6 years. I'm starting my 6th year next month. Can you believe that?
Come on. 6 more. We're doing it. Now, Tim, this is what you have done is you've built a strong athletic program. You've helped put LPU athletics and LPU on the map, really. I mean, it is a way to brand ourselves. We get commendations in the airports, on the court, about the character of our student athletes. And they are athletes of character. Tell me what it's been like for you to build this program and have it represent Christ the way that you have, because not all athletic programs are like that.
Well, first of all, thank you, President Angie, and a shout out to George, too, for the incredible support that you guys have shown, and also to the community and everyone here. That's why I wore this T-shirt, family, because that's really what we are. It's been pretty inspiring, because I was at Division I institutions like Cal Baptist. I've been at Division II institutions and bigger schools. I've been at smaller schools like San Diego Christian, and there was so much hope and so much encouragement, and for us to look at LPU and really have high level athletics while we are preaching the gospel, while we are learning biblical principles, and what better way to go out and brand our university in that philosophy and our mission than to go out and really compete at the highest level that a small school can compete at. So when we got here, we were this little tiny NCCAA, and most people don't even know what that stands for, but it's National Christian College Association. And we took this thing into the best conference in the nation, with the Golden State Athletic Conference, consisting of Westmont and Masters. And we really thought that, yes, we weren't so much on that level of where they've been athletically, but we said, yes, we're going to be able to compete. We're going to be able to also have the right mission fit for being in that conference. And I think we needed to. The progressiveness of your leadership, of where we're going as an institution, just fully aligned with what we wanted to do in the NEI and the GSAC. And basketball team was fortunate enough to do 2 national tournaments. The volleyball team went to a national tournament. Wrestling went to 2 national tournaments. And so I heard the whispers like, oh, we can't compete with them. We can't compete with them. Yes, we can, because we have to manufacture our resources. We have to play Division I guarantee games. We have to go out in the community and raise funds and raise awareness. And our women's basketball team just got national honors in academic excellence. Our cross country team, our track team, we were 0.1 off of our basketball team getting national honors. And so we are doing some incredible things, but into COVID, before COVID, and out of COVID, we really need people to step up and really give to an incredible brand in our athletic brand.
That is absolutely true. Now is the time. Our athletes have lost an entire semester of playing, and last semester that was cut short. But we're not just giving to LPU athletics and our students, but we're giving to the culture of LPU athletics, and that starts with you, Tim, and that's what I love about you. You are a man of your word. You are passionate about Jesus. You disciple these kids holistically. Again, we talk about life skills. That's happening on the court as well, and that's what I love about you. You are wholehearted. You are all in, and you are pretty straight up with those kids. You are fighting for them and trying to get them through to graduation, and it's seen. And that's what I love, is when you give to LPU, you're giving to a great program, a program that's run with integrity and that is Christ-centered. And I love that about you, Tim, and that's why I think we're such good partners.
Oh, I really appreciate that. I love Jesus. I love the Lord, and I love what the impact of being in relationship with Christ for these young men and women, and the impact in their lives that they can move forward, not only here at LPU, but into the world, into the communities. And I know people, it's redundant about athletics, but I got saved through athletics. I found my pastor through athletics. There's so many great positives, and people always want to say, yeah, well, you know, it costs a lot of money. It does all this. Yeah, a lot of things cost a lot of money, but the investment you get back in athletics is eternity. And the lives that are saved, the souls that are saved, for us to be able to be transparent and really have a relationship with Christ and really do this at such a high level is pretty incredible where LPU has come. So it takes a village.
It takes a village, and we've had donors really give to uniforms, give to our gym, give to travel. And so we need resources at every level. So if you feel passionate, you feel called to support athletics, do it today. If athletics changed your life as it did Tim's, now's the time to give. Pastor Jeff is passionate, down the street, is passionate about athletics, and he has great vision for our school and sees great things. But I'm excited for what God is going to do in and through you and through our generous donors. So thank you so much, Coach Cook. We love you. Go Warriors. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. We love everybody. Thanks to everyone. Thank you, Angie.
Amazing, amazing. Well, we have another project we want to talk to you about. It's the Media Center. I'm going to bring Dan Fernandez up right now to share a little bit with you about our Media Center and what God is doing here. And then we're going to show an incredible video that I know will inspire you, because we have the gospel to share with the world, and we need media to do it. So, Dan, let's go.
Awesome. Hey, well, we're going to show you a brief video, and then I'm going to talk to Andy in just a moment. Check this video out.
In 1923, Amy Sunk McPherson established what is now Life Pacific University on the idea that the world needed leaders to live out the gospel of Jesus Christ in all areas of life. Yes, the church, but also the boardroom, the counseling center, the classroom, government, hospitals, and the list goes on. She recognized that how people communicated was changing.
It was the golden age of radio in Hollywood. And so what Amy did was she used whatever she had available for bringing the gospel message out there. She was the first woman on radio in the United States, and she was an evangelist, one of the first one to even pioneer this. People are hearing her all over the country. She was in LA and so involved with Hollywood. Charlie Chaplin actually came to Angelus Temple. He was a regular churchgoer. She embraced technology and started this legacy of innovation that LPU is still continuing to this day.
And now, as new technologies are daily reinventing every facet of life, the church and the world need a new generation that is technologically fluent and hungry to innovate new ways of serving, leading, and sharing stories of redemption and salvation. And Life Pacific University is uniquely positioned to empower these leaders.
LPU alumni have helped with the marketing and brand development efforts for both nonprofits like Surf the Nations and Fortune 500 companies like Hurley and Google.
Through its innovative webinars and leadership trainings, the school is not only investing in its students, but also in the leaders already in the field.
So, with a large investment in on-campus technologies and partnerships with local and global churches, our students are getting to experience and help to shape the future of online and in-person services.
But just as Amy was never content with the status quo, Life Pacific University has its vision set for the future. A reinvented chapel experience, a state-of-the-art computer lab, and the capstone project, the Amy Semple McPherson Digital Media Center. Would you consider joining us and experience creativity rising through your support?
LPU is rising to the challenge to communicate the gospel of Jesus through modern technology. And may we raise up leaders that can communicate on multiple platforms to reach the world for Christ.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Media Center is coming, and I've got Andy Hawksworth with me, and I think he's live. Are you there? Bro,
Hey.
you look so good.
You look good, Dan.
Well, of course.
Of
I mean,
course,
are you?
absolutely.
You say that like you're surprised.
Not at
Hey,
all.
listen, let's talk about this Media Center. It's been on our hearts, honestly, and just thinking back at us starting, we're here in our chapel studio with our lights, our backdrop, all of our TVs, the cameras, everything. Thinking back to March, 17th, when we were scrambling to figure out what is going to happen and what did we do? We had our iPhones set up for chapels, for different events online, YouTube events, and here we are. It's been months, and it's been such an opportunity for us, to really continue growing and innovating. And so how this Media Center's happening, what does that mean for you?
Well, I mean, what it means for us as a school is that we get a chance to empower the next generation of storytellers. I mean, imagine if we had had this studio 4 years ago, before all of this, if we had graduated out students who'd come through, had hands-on experience with streaming technology, got it to build events like this and getting out there. We already have pastors who changed the game in the last 6 months, who've entirely figured out how to re-envision what modern church can look like online. And it's not going backwards. We will get back to in-person services. We will get back to that. But this idea of online presence of the community and the gospel going out online, that's here to stay. And so we want to empower the students to be able to do that better, to know the gear that they're getting out there, whether they're going to be using their iPhone to shoot stuff, or they're going to grab cinema cameras and get to play in a full-on studio environment like what we're looking at building here.
Absolutely. And how would you say this is going to impact and help the students here on campus?
Well, I think first and foremost, having a studio space will breed creativity.
Yeah.
Just having a space where they can sit down and collaborate with each other. We've even seen it in the chapel. Us just putting up the white backdrop we have with the lights.
Yeah.
We'll have students coming in, the few that are on campus, just practicing their skills, getting in front of the backdrop, playing with the lights, trying product photography, and really just engaging each other, like helping to create. When I was a student here, this is something that both my wife and I would have loved something like this, because your creativity is only limited by the resources that you have.
Yeah.
And so we want to be able to empower students to be able to be creative at the low end and at the high end, and be able to do everything in between and be able to problem solve together. Because creativity is a team, as you know, as we do in the chapel all the time. We're constantly trying to find new ways to solve problems.
Absolutely.
And so the more that we can have them doing that with mentorships and with people coming in from the outside who can say, hey, this is what it looks like every day when you're at a church, all the better for them.
I'm always the one that's bringing the problems. You guys are always the one solving the problems. That's what it is.
It's all a team.
It's so cool though to have vision for something, to have the people that can really to make it happen. Can you imagine though, Andy, and Marlon's here too, and the team. Can you guys imagine what having a space like this, what kind of content is going to be produced from students?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Absolutely.
Having
It
the
is. It's
resources,
nuts.
the ideas, the creativity, the stories that students can have that space to be able to see those dreams become a reality. And that's what this space is going to be about.
And in every in every program that we have, I think there might be a pre-existing idea that it's like, this is just for the comm program, or this is just for the WAM program. Our goal with this is for students in every degree to get in there and be like, okay, how do we do biblical studies in a fresh new way? Like, how do we do Bible studies? How do we transform ministry? HDP, like even this year, a lot of counselings had to go online.
Sure.
So if we have counselors who are coming out who know how to share the principles and to share self-care and all this kind of stuff through a YouTube channel or through Instagram or TikTok, like just giving them the tools to build that up. And across the board, and the stuff we're going to be able to put out, we're already moving so many of our classes online. Like we're going to just keep doing more of that and having students generating this content that we're putting out there that reflects what they care about as well as what the marketplace needs.
So good. Thank you so much, Andy, for joining us. And I will see you in just a moment back here in the chapel. He's running around. We got our team, everybody, everywhere. Thanks, Andy. Hey, you know what? We've got another project we're focusing on. And again, all your gifts, your donations, we were just checking online and we were at $53,000. If you could believe that, our goal is $60,000, but I believe we're going to go way above and beyond that. President Angie says we want to double it. So, hey, let's just declare that. We're going to double it. But check this out. We've got our student success video coming up next. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Angie Ritchie. I'm the president of Life Pacific University, and I'm so thrilled to share with you the Student Success Campaign that we are all about this year. This is to empower our current students not only to persist in their studies, but to graduate and to become exceptionally employed, serving God in the church, the workplace, and the world. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you 5 university students who are going to change the world and set the world on fire for Jesus.
Hi everyone, my name is Eli Ballard.
Hi, my name is Maggie Mejia. My name is Ariana Clavel.
My name is Rob Ayon.
My name is Nellie. I'm a senior here at Life Pacific.
My dream in life is to have my own law firm. I want to be a refugee lawyer.
To be a district supervisor for the Foursquare Church.
Anything that has to do with photography, videography, graphics, I mean, you name it, I probably love it.
To reach people in a creative way, a different way, counsel the people in our churches, make sure our leaders are healthy and thriving.
I want to counsel female pastors. That's something I have such a huge passion for.
I think one of the challenges I faced as a first-generation student and a woman of color is culture shock. Every time you go anywhere new, you always find yourself with new people, new atmosphere, and learning that culture can sometimes be really difficult.
I just didn't look at college. I didn't try to go to college. I didn't even try in high school. I didn't have anybody who was there to help me pursue my dreams, who was there to believe in me. It seemed like college was out of reach.
You already have the stigma of not having enough money. You already think you're not enough because of the color of your skin and your background. But scholarships really make it easier because you're learning that, hey, if my school is accepting me, if I'm getting this scholarship, is because they want me here. And knowing that you're wanted and accepting that for yourself makes college easier because you know you belong here.
I got an amazing scholarship in reaching out, and because of that, they actually helped me and my family to continue my education here.
Last year I got a scholarship from Life Pacific and I was so happy I cried for like 2 days. I got to quit one of my jobs and focus purely on my academics. I was able to become a student leader. I worked with our diversity and multicultural student department, and now I'm currently an RA. And none of that stuff would have happened without scholarships from you guys. You guys are so amazing, so thankful.
So I just want to say thank you to all those who have believed in us, who have sowed in us, who have prayed for us. Without you guys, we could not be where we are right now.
Because people like me, who a lot of people don't think would have made it this far, honestly, in life, is able to sit in front of a classroom and be able to learn and to understand that I have a passion for women in ministry. So I thank you so much for all of your prayers and donations.
So thank you. Thank you for pouring into our students. Thank you for sponsoring our programs, because our students are hungry for something. They're hungry for something bigger than them. They're hungry for their God-sized dreams.
As you can see, these students have passion and they have boldness to pursue everything that God has for them. But they need our help. Thank you for your continued partnership with Life Pacific University. We love you.
Start over. Hi, my name is Ariana Clavel. I am a junior here at Life Pacific University, and I am a scholarship recipient, as you guys can see. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for everything that you guys are and everything that you've given, because you've given an opportunity for someone like me to be able to sit in the classroom and learn, and to be able to understand that I am called to such great things. So my first year, my freshman year at Life, I ended up finding out that I have a lumbar deterioration disc disease, which is a disease in my lower back, which is very rare in someone who is 18 years old. And with that being said, I played my first year as the first ever women's basketball team, but I did have to stop playing basketball. And because of that, I was like, well, what's the point of me even being here anymore? And Angie pulled me into her office and she was like, I've noticed you haven't been yourself in class. And I was like, well, I'm leaving. I don't want to be here anymore. I can't play anymore. And she sat me down and she gave me this word of driven. And that's something that I still carry today, and I'm so thankful for. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I can be driven all I want, but I don't have the money to do this. And by the end of that month, I actually had my rest of my tuition paid for. And it was all thankful to your guys' continuous giving and who you guys are. And I later ended up finding out that I have such a huge passion for women in ministry. There's an uprise of female pastors on the way, and I want to make sure they are healthy and they are ready to serve our community. And I am so thankful for your guys' continuing donations, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be sitting here and I wouldn't be learning and understanding that I have a huge calling on my life. And to be able to continue to speak over women, to understand that they are called beyond measure. And I'm so thankful for you guys and who you continue to be. Thank you.
This is why we give to LPU students like Ari, who have a passion. In fact, they don't even see their own gifts, but in a place like Life Pacific, those gifts, those passions can be drawn out. There are so many Aris here at LPU that need your support, and so we want to thank you. We want to thank you for those who have given, and for those that you are considering. I want you to think about Ari and think about her life and her story, and how many more people you can help and support that will truly change the world. We love you, Ari. You're my girl. So we have one more project we want to share, and this is LPU Virginia, our East Coast campus. We're so excited, so we want to cue up the video, and then I have a special guest, Reverend Scott Martz, who is on campus in Virginia right now, will be talking with us. So enjoy this video.
Life Pacific University is united in mission for the transformational development of students into leaders prepared to serve God in the church, workplace, and the world. It means we are about Bible education and leadership development. Not only will you get education in the classroom, theology, Bible, conflict management, how to think about the world, but you are going to get leadership development outside of the classroom.
LPUVA is an amazing opportunity for our students to grow and be developed both in their academics and in their character development, to really begin to dig in and reach towards what God has for them in their future. Also, something I really am excited about is a new residency program.
The 2+2 model is unique because you will get your AA degree and you will finish the next 2 years online as you are placed in a ministry context.
Students are actually placed in churches where they can work with ministers and work with leaders and work with congregations.
Getting practical knowledge, learning how to do the work of the ministry as they serve alongside of a pastor and his or her staff. At the end of that 2 years, they'll not only graduate with their bachelor's degree, but our hope is that the leader will recommend them for Foursquare ordination.
We are so excited about the potential and believe students will find an excellent education, hands-on leadership training with our best practitioners at an affordable price.
At Life Pacific University in San Dimas and in Christiansburg, we are committed to you developing as a whole person so that you can achieve the dreams, the passion, and the goals that God has put in your heart. I am so excited to partner with you. Really, this is going to be great.
Life Pacific University East and West. We're doing it, and I'm so excited to have Reverend Scott Martz, our site director for LPUVA, also an LPU alum. Let's go. Hey, Scott, how are you, friend?
Doing great, Angie. Good to see you. How you doing today?
Good to see you. What time is it there?
It's 3:30. It's snowing, actually. So.
Oh my gosh, how Christmassy. Love that. Well, it's not snowing here. It's actually very beautiful and warm, but good to see you, my friend. Let's talk about LPUVA. You jumped in as site director this year. You and your wife live there. You guys are alumni. You have been a part of the LPU community for almost 2 decades. What is God doing on our campus in the East?
Well, we got some really great stuff happening. I mean, I think the biggest thing, as alluded to in the video, is the 2+2 pathway, or the 2+2 model. 2 years on campus, traditional college experience, and then they go to a residency where they can spend 2 years learning from a leadership practitioner while they're in the field, getting practical hands-on experience while they complete their degree online. I think it's a phenomenal model and a way to really resource our young leaders going out to serve in churches.
I just love that. I think one of the things that we've done and a vision that's was on both of our hearts was to create a culture of disciples and a culture of leaders, those that can both follow and lead. And so talk about the leadership culture there. You know, we don't want to just educate students. We want them to, again, have those life skills, those holistic life skills, so they can go out and be positive contributors to the world. So talk about what's happening on the Virginia campus.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest things you want to make sure is people are being developed into their unique calling, right? It's not my calling, it's not your calling, it's their calling. And so we want to develop in them this drive forward, to develop them forward into whatever God is doing in them. And I think the important thing to really recognize is that the church right now is changing, right? And if we aren't developing leaders who are adaptable and agile, we're really developing leaders that aren't going to be effective as they move forward. So one of the things we've really worked hard to do is develop a culture where leadership is part of everything we do. It's part of every conversation we have. It's part of every class we teach. And it's one of those things we're really trying to develop the holistic aspect of the student, all 4 areas from, you know, the core life skills, you know, that we've talked about, you've talked about in this video today, but we want to make sure that we're really developing in them all the things necessary to really propel them forward, right? It's not just about preparing them for ministry today, it's preparing them for ministry 5, 10, 15, and 20 years from now. And that's so key.
I love that. And you know what? This generation wants that hands-on. They want that. It's not going to matter after college, it doesn't matter. So they want to be prepared for the real world today. And you're doing such a great job at that, Scott. You have been a partner. I appreciate you so much. You know, y'all have to know that Scott and I have been friends a long time. I call him my Gordon Ramsay. And that's a compliment, because Scott can clean up just about anything. He can handle any project without breaking a sweat. And you have done amazing work at the campus. And even in the midst of COVID, I just want to honor you for that. But listen, LPUVA needs support. We are restarting in a lot of ways, and again, Foursquare East wants Foursquare education back, and I think now's the time. And so we need people to support. So talk about that a little bit, Scott, and then we're going to wrap up our day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think one of the big things is, we really are reestablishing ourselves out east right now. And obviously all higher education is struggling, but small schools are really feeling the pinch. And so right now we're out there trying to recruit in non-traditional recruitment ways. We're trying to get out there and to build relationship, to build bridges, to build coalition, really partnership. What we're looking for is partnership with local churches. We're not looking to take from, we're looking to continue already what's happening in the local church, and then launching students back to local churches or to businesses of mission or in the missions field to really continue the work that the church started in those students. And so what we're really doing right now is pressing forward. Yes, I mean, finances are tight, and our student population right now is small, but we are working on that diligently, really trying to emerge on the other side stronger and with more purpose and passion than ever before. I think we're really, really doing it.
And we're going to do it. Scott, thanks so much. We'll see you back here hopefully at 4 o'clock, but thank you so much. You're the best. You heard it here. We need support in LPUVA, but it's a worthy cause as we talk about raising up the next generation in the East as well as the West. And we are so excited about the 2+2 model. We do have a giving update, I believe. Oh my goodness, we're at $53,000. Thanks to all of you. We're going strong. We're going to be going through the night, but we are so excited, and there's still time to give. In fact, both links, you probably have access, but if you want to text in Rise with LPU and text that to 71777 to make your gift today and to see what's going on. But I want to bring up Dan as he closes out our day, and we will be back here at 4 p.m. to give you another update. We love you guys, and thanks for your partnership.
Hey everybody, man, what a fun time. Thanks for sticking with us. Again, just focusing in on what are the 5 projects that we are trying to build up and invest in here at LPU. Again, Giving Tuesday is a global generosity movement, and this is what LPU is doing, and you are a part of that. Thank you to everybody that participated today. Again, we are at $53,400 around there. So it's so cool to see in just a few hours those numbers continue to rise. And so I literally feel like we're on a give-a-thon, telethon right now, and this is so cool. So join us at 4 p.m. for another live event as we give you more updates. Continue to share, continue to give. This is Giving Tuesday all day, coming live from Life Pacific University Chapel. We're so excited. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 4 p.m.
It's more than we can know. You are there through the night. You will give us strength.